Got some rain that moved through the area, and you said we were under a real severe drought. So how much rain did we get?
So Indianapolis officially, this is over at the airport where we get our measurements. So you might live on the north side of town, south side of town, might be a little different, but officially 0.02 inches.
Which is not very much.
At the airport, which doesn't even make a dent in the rain that we need. So that's why, we're talking about just playing it safe when it comes to letting those fireworks off in your own yard, because your yard, if it looks like mine, it's still going to be a pretty shredded weedy, if you know what I mean. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's start with that forecast if you're headed to the Indy 11 match tonight. We'll still see a few lingering clouds as we head into the evening, around 84 when that gets underway. And then as we get closer to when those fireworks are going to be let off around 10 p.m., temperatures will drop back into the mid-70s. More importantly, again, we are going to be watching the skies today for a gradual clearing to take place. I wanted to show you the water vapor imagery. Again, don't really use this all that much, but I think it's doing a really good job of demonstrating where we have a little bit of leftover moisture in the air and where this drier air is quickly starting to take over. There's the cold front you can see down to our south where there's some green still on the satellite radar imagery. But then this orange highlight you see here in northern Indiana, that's the drier air, and that's what's pushing in, and that's what's going to actually lower our muggy meter as the day goes on. So it feels a little uncomfortable out there, some leftover moisture in our air, still a little muggy this morning. But as the day plays on, you'll notice that will really drop. Our dew points are going to be back in the 50s later today, and that puts us below that comfort line. So going to be feeling pretty good as the day goes on. If you're making plans, again, would not cancel them because of the rain chances at this point. Over the next few hours, temperatures will rebound back to the 70s, and then eventually we're into the 80s later today. By 3 p.m. up to 86. On our way to around 87 for a high here in Indy. 86 in Lafayette, 88 in Bloomington, 88 down in Bedford. And then again, as I mentioned, as that dew point lowers, it's going to continuously feel better as the day goes on. In fact, the sky is going to clear as well. This is around noon today, as we'll see a little bit more sunshine filtering back in. Now, not going to rule out that potential of some slightly more increased cloud cover later on in the day. This is going to be closer to around 5 o'clock as everything heats back up. And then as we go into the evening tonight, that stray shower chance sets up across the far southern tier of the state, closer to where that boundary is going to stall out in the Ohio River Valley. But for most of us, we're going to call this forecast dry and the sky clearing during the overnight, and that's going to set us up for a sunny start to the day tomorrow. As for your evening forecast, again, just a mix of sun and clouds until the sun sets at 9:17 today. Temperatures dropping back into the 70s and then eventually into the upper 60s. And that's where we're going to start the day tomorrow, around 67. Again, keep those outdoor plans. It's going to be a hotter day, but it looks like a mainly sunny day as well. 83 by noon, back up to 89 by 4. I'm looking at a high right around 90 for the city tomorrow. Everyone in the upper 80s. It'll be a hot one down in Beech Grove, but certainly going to be a nice day for the All-American Day in the Park, 7 p.m. Again, this is Sunday evening, 87, and then by 10 o'clock Sunday night into the upper 70s, so pretty comfortable for this time of year. Looking ahead, let's take you through the day on Sunday. Notice that the clouds are going to linger in southern Indiana. That's where that boundary stalls out tomorrow. What's going to happen as we get into our 4th of July, that's going to lift back northward in the form of a cold, or in a form of a warm front rather. So that's going to be the game changer for our Independence Day. Here's 7 a.m. on Monday. Notice that the clouds are going to build back in as we get into the heat of the day Monday, and not going to rule out the potential that we might see an isolated pop-up storm as that boundary comes through. And something we're all going to notice, it's going to start to feel more humid, a little bit oppressive as we get into Monday afternoon. And then we've got dew points in the mid-70s. It's game over. Certainly going to feel way different and much hotter into next week. Also going to bring in some scattered storm chances. Now, I don't want to let you know that this is not going to be one of those situations where it will rain and storm all day. Afternoon pop-up storms will be a possibility here Tuesday and Wednesday, and it's still going to be hot through the end of next week.